The sky has always been the ultimate high ground in warfare. F-35 Lightning II on one side, J-20 Mighty Dragon on the other. For decades, the United States has held an almost uncontested dominance in this domain, largely thanks to its technological superiority in fighter aircraft. This dominance has been the bedrock of its global military strategy, allowing it to project power anywhere on the planet. But times are changing, and a new challenger has appeared on the horizon. This isn't just another fighter jet, it's a symbol of a rising power's ambition. The contest between America's F-35 Lightning II and China's Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon is more than a simple comparison of hardware. It represents a fundamental shift in the geopolitical landscape, a new great game being played out at 50,000 feet. This matchup is the defining aerospace rivalry of our time. It pits the F-35, the most expensive and technologically advanced weapons program, against China's most ambitious and secretive military aviation project, the J-20. The outcome could determine who controls the skies over the Pacific. By extension, who holds the military advantage in the 21st century's most critical strategic theater. The implications are enormous, affecting everything from international trade routes to the sovereignty of nations in the region, making it one of the most important defense topics of our age. Stealth technology, or more accurately, low observability, is not about making an aircraft truly invisible. That remains the stuff of science fiction. Instead, the core principle is to drastically reduce the distance at which an enemy can reliably detect, track, engage the aircraft. It's a game of signatures. Every aircraft has signatures. Its radar cross-section, its infrared output, its electronic emissions, and its acoustic profile. Stealth is the art of minimizing all of these signatures to delay detection. By the time a stealth aircraft is close enough to be detected by an enemy's sensors, it's often too late for them to react effectively. The most famous aspect of stealth is its ability to evade radar. This is achieved through a combination of two key methods. The first is shaping. The aircraft's surfaces are carefully angled to deflect incoming radar waves away from the radar receiver, rather than reflecting them back. This is why stealth jets like the F-35 and J-20 have their distinct, somewhat geometric and futuristic appearance, with flat planes and sawtooth edges on panels and landing gear doors. The second method involves the use of special radar-absorbent materials. These are coatings and structural materials that absorb a portion of the radar energy that hits the aircraft, converting it into a tiny amount of heat, further reducing the radar return. But stealth is more than just cheating radar. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is the product of the Joint Strike Fighter program, the most ambitious and costly military procurement program in history. It was conceived in the 1990s with a grand vision: to create a single, versatile stealth fighter platform that could replace a wide array of aging aircraft for the United States Air Force, for the United States Navy, for the United States Marine Corps, and for allied nations. This resulted in three distinct variants: F-35A, conventional takeoff and landing; F-35B, short takeoff and vertical landing; F-35C, carrier-capable larger wings. It is a truly international project, with numerous partner nations contributing to its development and production. Across the Pacific, the Chengdu J-20, often called the Mighty Dragon, represents the pinnacle of China's military aviation industry. Its development was shrouded in secrecy for years. First revealed through grainy enthusiast photos in 2010, the J-20 entered service with the PLAAF around 2017. Unlike the F-35, designed as a multi-role jack of all trades, the J-20 appears built for a more specific purpose. Developed by the Chengdu Aerospace Corporation, it is exclusively operated by China and symbolizes China's technological ambition. The user base for these two aircraft tells a story of two different global strategies. The F-35 is the cornerstone of a massive coalition of air forces. In stark contrast, the J-20 is a solitary dragon. At first glance, F-35 and J-20 share the hallmarks of modern stealth design: sharp angles, clean surfaces, internal weapons bays. But a closer look reveals fundamentally different design philosophies, hinting at their intended roles. The F-35 is a smaller single-engine fighter. Its design prioritizes all-aspect or broadband stealth. Very difficult to detect from all angles, front side, rear top bottom, designed to penetrate deep into heavily defended enemy airspace, survive, return home. Its compact frame and carefully blended surfaces are optimized to scatter radar waves, making it a very slippery target for even the most advanced air defense systems. The J-20, on the other hand, is much larger, longer, twin-engine with a canard delta wing configuration. These forward-mounted canards give the J-20 impressive agility, especially at high-altitude supersonic speeds. Many analysts believe its stealth profile is optimized primarily for the frontal aspect. This suggests the J-20 may be designed more as a long-range interceptor dash-out at high speed, engage targets like enemy fighters, tankers, surveillance aircraft from a distance, then use its speed to escape. The true heart of a fifth-generation fighter is not its airframe or engine, but its avionics and sensor suite. This is where the F-35 truly shines. It was designed from the ground up to be a flying information gathering and network sharing hub. Its most revolutionary feature is the Distributed Aperture System, or DAS, a set of 6 infrared cameras mounted around the aircraft that provide a 360-degree spherical view of the surrounding environment. That imagery is projected onto the pilot's helmet visor, allowing them to literally look through the floor of the cockpit. The DAS can also detect and track incoming missiles from any direction, a massive leap in situational awareness and survivability. The F-35's other key sensors are its AN/APG-81 ASA radar and its AN/ASQ-239 Barracuda electronic warfare suite. The ASA radar is incredibly powerful and versatile, capable of tracking multiple air targets and ground targets simultaneously, while also enabling electronic attack. The Barracuda EW suite can detect, identify, and jam enemy radar and communications, effectively blinding and confusing the enemy. All this data from the radar, DAS, and EW suite is fused by the jet's central computer, presenting the pilot with a single, easy-to-understand picture of the entire battle space. This sensor fusion is the F-35's defining technological advantage. A fighter jet is only as deadly as the weapons it carries. To maintain their stealth profile, both the F-35 and J-20 must carry their weapons internally in concealed bays. The F-35A and F-35C have 2 main internal bays that can carry both air-to-air and air-to-ground ordnance. A typical air-to-air loadout would be 2 AIM-120 AMRAAM medium-range missiles, 2 AIM-9X Sidewinder short-range missiles. For strike missions, it can carry precision-guided bombs like the Joint Direct Attack Munition, JDAM. If stealth isn't required, the F-35 can use external pylons, beast mode, with over 18,000 pounds of ordnance. The J-20, being larger, has a more formidable internal weapons capacity, especially for air-to-air combat. It has a large main weapons bay under the fuselage believed to hold 4 to 6 long-range air-to-air missiles. Its most potent weapon is the PL-15, a very long-range missile with an AESA seeker reportedly outranges the AMRAAM. This lets the J-20 engage fighters and crucial support aircraft from standoff distances. The J-20 also has side weapons bays, short-range missiles like the PL-10 on retractable launchers that deploy just before firing, minimizing bay exposure. The differing weapons loads reinforce their roles. The F-35's balanced mix of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons shows its multi-role nature. The J-20's armament emphasis on the PL-15 and the rumored PL-21 points to air superiority and interception. The way a country plans to use a weapon is just as important as the weapon's technical specifications. The F-35 is operated as part of a deeply integrated network-centric warfare doctrine. Diagram: F-35 networking with a ship, a satellite, and a fourth-generation fighter. It is designed to be a quarterback in the sky, using its unparalleled situational awareness to direct the entire battle. A flight of F-35s can share data seamlessly among themselves: ships, ground forces, satellites, older fourth-generation fighters. This allows one F-35 to detect a target and pass the information to another F-35, or even an F-16 or a naval destroyer, which can then launch a weapon without ever exposing itself to danger. This doctrine leverages the F-35's strengths in sensor fusion and data linking to create a combined force that is far more lethal than the sum of its parts. China's doctrine for the J-20, while more opaque, appears to be focused on its A2/AD, or anti-access/area denial strategy. The goal of A2/AD is to prevent an adversary, namely the United States, from being able to operate its forces close to the Chinese mainland. The J-20 is a key enabler of this strategy. Its combination of stealth, speed, and long-range missiles makes it a perfect tool for striking at the weak points of American air power projection. The F-35's greatest strength is undoubtedly its revolutionary sensor fusion and networking capability. Its ability to absorb vast amounts of information, process it, and share it across the force is unmatched. This gives its pilot and the entire friendly force a godlike view of the battle space. Its all-aspect stealth design provides a massive survivability advantage, allowing it to operate in the most dangerous environments. However, the F-35 is not without weaknesses. Its kinematic performance, its speed, acceleration, and maneuverability is good, but it is not considered to be in the same league as dedicated air superiority fighters like the F-22 Raptor, or potentially the J-20. It is a strike fighter first and a dogfighter second. Another significant challenge for the F-35 program has been its immense cost and complexity. Years of development delays, software bugs, and high maintenance costs have plagued the program. Reliance on a single, powerful engine presents a single point of failure. The J-20's primary strengths appear to be its speed, operational range, and a large internal weapons bay. That bay allows it to carry a formidable load of long-range air-to-air missiles. Its design suggests high-speed supersonic interception, leveraging frontal stealth to get within launch range of its long-legged PL-15 missiles before the target can react. This makes it a serious threat to the support aircraft that are the backbone of United States air operations. However, the J-20 faces significant weaknesses. The most critical is its engines. So, in a hypothetical clash between the F-35 and the J-20, who comes out on top? Based purely on publicly available information, the answer is complex and depends heavily on the scenario. This is not a simple one-on-one duel like in a movie. In a head-on, beyond visual range engagement, the fight would be a tense battle of sensor signatures. The J-20, with its potentially longer-range PL-15 missiles, might have a slight advantage in reach. However, the F-35's all-aspect stealth and advanced electronic warfare suite might allow it to evade detection or jam the J-20's radar, closing the distance to where its own AMRAAMs become effective. It would be a deadly game of cat and mouse. If the fight turns into a close-range visual dogfight, the situation changes. The J-20, with its canards and twin engines, is likely the more agile and energetic aircraft. In a pure turning fight, it would probably have the kinematic advantage over the F-35. However, modern air combat doctrine seeks to avoid such fights at all costs. The F-35 would use its superior situational awareness to ensure it never gets into a disadvantageous dogfight in the first place. Ultimately, the decisive factor is not the individual aircraft, but the network behind it. Here, the F-35 has an undeniable and commanding edge for now. The F-35 is the product of decades of experience in network-centric warfare and is operated by a large coalition of well-trained pilots with established tactics. The J-20, while a potent machine, is part of a system that is still maturing. Therefore, based on what we know today, the F-35 ecosystem holds the upper hand. Revolutionary sensor fusion, advanced networking, superior stealth technology, combined with robust training and doctrine, make it the most capable combat aircraft system in the world. The Dragon has learned to fly, but the Lightning still commands the storm.